Herkese merhaba, YouTube kanalıma hoş geldiniz. Bugün Donja Gorica Üniversitesi'nin öğrenci işlerinde çalışan bir hanımefendiyle röportaj gerçekleştireceğiz. Daha önce hatırlarsanız kreşlerle ilgili bir video çekmiştik. Sonrasında bana göndermiş olduğunuz mesajlarda aslında eğitim sistemiyle ilgili ilkokullar olsun, ortaokullar olsun, lise olsun ya da üniversite için olsun bilgi edinme konusunda bayağı bir zorluk yaşadığınızı fark ettim. Yani YouTube'da çok fazla içerik yok bu konularla ilgili. Dolayısıyla ben de hemen hızlıca aksiyon alıp üniversitelerle irtibata geçmeye başladım. Bir sonraki aşamada dediğim gibi liseler ya da işte ortaokullar, ilkokullar için yine görüşme ayarlamaya ve size bilgi aktarmaya çalışacağım. Bugün Theodora bizlerle birlikte olacak. Donja Gorica Üniversitesi'nin öğrenci işlerinde çalışıyor kendisi. Elinden geldiğince sizin sorularınızı yanıtlamaya çalışacak. Neden sizin sorularınız diyorum? Bu soruları sadece ben toparlamadım. Benimle Instagram üzerinden irtibata geçen genç bir arkadaşımız aslında iletti birçoğunu. Ve oradan yola çıkarak ben de eklemeler yaptım. İhtiyacınız olan bilgileri toparlamaya çalıştım diyebilirim. Umarım bu video üniversite için buraya gelip okumak isteyen arkadaşlarımıza birazcık olsun fayda sağlar. Hi Theodora.
Hi,
How are you?
fine. Monday.
Monday.
Yeah,
Every Monday.
just typical Monday stuff.
My name is Serap. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
First of all, I'm very glad that you took the time for our online meeting. I'm grateful for the information you will give us. I have some questions that I want to ask you. I aim to transfer information to young people who want to come to Montenegro from Turkey and to study at the university. With your permission, I will publish this online meeting on my YouTube channel and I want to share it on my social media
Okay,
platforms.
great.
I'm sure that the information you will give will be very useful. With your permission, I want to ask my first question so as not to take up too much of your time.
Do you have my permission to use this for anything you need? If you want to post it, if you want to write an article, whatever, you can do it, of course.
Thank you so much. Okay, my first question is, what is the language of instruction? Is knowing English sufficient?
So for studying at UDG, English is actually pretty much sufficient because English is the official language of our university as well as Montenegrin, so they are equal. If there are more than 10 foreign students per study program, they will have lectures in English. If not, they will get all the materials in English, like the books, the handouts, and they will have exams organized completely in English. So that's kind of how we take care of our foreign students when it comes to the language barrier.
What documents are required for the application?
When it comes to documents that are required for the application, so basically in Montenegro, high school lasts for 4 years, and at the end of each year, students get a transcript of grades. So anything that is equivalent to that, like a transcript for each year or for like all like years of studies in high school and a high school diploma. So those are like the documents from the higher education, like high school that you will need. And the students will also need photos like for their student ID card. And they will need some sort of like a residency permit or their passport, like a copy of that.
When are the application to deadlines? Where are the enrollment periods at UDG?
So at UDG, the first enrollment period usually starts at the end of June. So we are getting very excited for that right now. We have 3 admission periods. So the first one is usually at the end of June or beginning of July. The second one is maybe 2 weeks after that. So like during July. And then the third one is either at the end of August or beginning of September. So those are the 3 main admission periods that we have at our university.
How can I obtain a student visa? For
So
example,
if a student visa, if a student visa is even needed for the country the students are coming from, they are first supposed to ask for an acceptance letter or an invitation letter from our university that they're then going to apply with to the embassy. And if not, it's just a matter of them coming here and getting a residency permit based on their certificate of enrollment.
How long does it take to receive an acceptance or rejection?
Students, regardless of if they are from Montenegro or foreigners, usually receive their answer within a few days.
Okay.
So
Short time.
it's yes. So it's really a short wait. Within a week of applying, they already get an email about their acceptance or rejection. So it's not a long wait.
That's nice. Can we take an exam for the English taught programs?
So there are no admission exams at our university. The only exam that students students do take when they enroll is an English screening exam, because we need to determine their level of English. So, there are those like from A1 to C2 level of proficiency in a language, C2 being the highest. So that is the only exam they take when they enroll, and that's after they enroll. So when they're already students on their like first few days, they take the screening test and they get their English level just tested, nothing else.
So, when does the exam take place?
So there are 2 semesters in a academic year. The first one is the autumn winter semester, and the second one is the spring summer semester. In each semester, we usually have like the midterm exams that are like somewhere in the middle, like of the semester, and then there are the like the final exams for each class that the students are taking, and those are usually, so for the winter semester, those start in like second half of December, and then they go on until the end of January. And for the summer semester, they're actually already happening right now, so at the end of May until like somewhere in July.
If we fail the exam, do we have to attend a preparatory year?
So the system here in Montenegro is based on the ECTS. And if you happen to fail an exam, which we hope will not happen, then you retake the exam next year and you postpone taking an exam with the same number of ECTS as that subject that you sadly didn't pass. So that's kind of the best way to do it. So if you don't pass an exam this year, you take the exam next year instead of another exam. So it can prolong the studies, but it usually isn't that big of a deal.
Is it difficult to obtain a residence permit after enrolling at UDG?
It's actually not, because all of our students have full support when it comes to acquiring their residency permit. So as soon as they are enrolled, they are eligible to apply for a study certificate, like that certifies that they are students currently active, like at UDG. As soon as they get that, they get their residency permit for that academic year. So it usually says how long the academic year lasts, including the exam season and everything, so they can easily get the permit. In the Ministry of it's basically like a really short and easy process. So all of our students, like none of them had any trouble getting the permit.
What is the annual cost of studying?
So the annual cost of studying basically boils down to not only the tuition, but the cost of living. Many factors. I mean, some people like to live lavish, some not. But the tuition fee for 1 year is at most faculties 2,200 euros. The only faculties that have a higher tuition are applied psychology and the International Hospitality Management School. It's like the French school Vatel, which we are like a representative of for the past few years, and those are 2,800. So that's like not per semester, it's per year. So those are the fees. The cost of living, as I said, it can vary. I mean, I'm not like from Podgorica, the city where UDG is, and my cost of living was actually just fine, including inflation, crisis, war, pandemic, and everything that we have. So yeah.
Are there dormitories available? Where do students usually stay?
So dormitories, and this is not a thing just for UDG, it's for all the universities. So dormitories are only accepting students with a Montenegrin like permanent residencies. So only the students who were born or have like a Montenegrin citizenship. So that's sadly something that we still don't have figured out. Students from all universities, like those student organizations, have raised the question of maybe like opening some more dormitories or allowing foreign students to apply. But as of now, there are no dorms that are available for foreign students. They usually figure out like a co-living situation or something like that. Like they rent an apartment, like a few of them, and they just have like a full-on college experience here. But yeah, that's basically what they mostly reside to instead of a dorm.
Are there any government or private scholarship opportunities?
So for Montenegrin students, there are certain opportunities because of the high school system that we have in here. But for foreign students, it's either if they privately find any organization or any like partner that is willing to fund their studies here. Montenegrin students, for example, if they are part of a, I don't know, sports club, or if they are like part of the national team, then their tuition costs are covered by those organizations. Or if they are part of any, I don't know, other fellowship or something, like those organizations are willing to cover their tuition. For example, students with any type of disability, they never pay tuition here. It's always covered by their respective organizations that represent them. So those are some options if they are part of any sorority organization, anything that is willing to cover their costs, we do accept those. But as of giving like scholarships as an institution of higher education to foreigners, that was not our practice up until now.
Are students allowed to work while studying in Montenegro?
Not only allowed, they are actually encouraged. So it's part of a study experience, and they are allowed to skip lessons, have additional lessons or consultations if they are employed. So it's very welcome, and the job market is kind of in a good situation right now. So there's a lot of opportunities for young people, actually.
Okay. Is it possible to stay and work in Montenegro after graduation?
Yes, because a diploma is not accepted only in Montenegro, but in all of Europe and all over the world. So those are good news for everybody.
This
And
is
yeah, as I
my
said,
next question at the same time.
yeah, yeah,
Recognized in Europe, but okay, the answer is here.
everywhere. So yeah, I mean, of course, we actually over like the past a year and a half or 2 years, we've actually had like a lot of foreigners from Turkey, from all over the world come here, and they're all working and going about their day just fine. So it's really like a friendly environment for foreigners, whether they want to like settle down here, if it's like a summer job, a vacation, anything, we're welcoming everybody with open arms, basically.
That's nice. Are there Erasmus or exchange programs available?
Many. So for every semester, there is like at least 15 to 20 open calls for all study programs. We have a really broad network of universities that we have like a bilateral agreement with. So whether if it's Erasmus or if it's some study programs or summer or winter schools in China and Lithuania, all over the world. So yes, there are many opportunities for all students of all study programs in each semester and in all years.
Cool. How many Turkish students are there? Is there a Turkish community?
I don't know the exact number, but I can hear Turkish being spoken all over the building. So I know there are a few at least. Uh, we don't really have like communities within the university because we are honestly trying to like integrate everybody together. So we don't want to have like separate groups. We want everybody to like feel as if they were at home and as if everybody, I mean, everybody is their friend here. Everybody means good, so they can always, I don't know, integrate with the rest of the student, with Montenegrin students, with foreigners, with anybody and everybody they would like to be friends with or colleagues or whatever they want to start a club or an initiative. They are completely supported to do so. So we're not really big on those like specific clubs and communities. We're like one whole big community right here.
This is better.
Lovely.
What kind of social activities and student clubs are available at the university?
Oh, countless actually. So the number of clubs that are available here are always dependent on like the students, because if they want to, as I said, like if they want to organize like a book club or a movie club or theater or like a debate club, they're always welcome to do so. So it depends on how interested in those activities the students are. But there are usually like every year some new clubs and activities emerging. We also have a lot of student organizations that do volunteering, humanitarian work, organize trips, parties. We have actually this is the second year now that we've organized like an annual thing, which is called our like Spring Fest, which is a huge event where all of the students and the teachers and the assistants gather. There is music, there is food, games, everything. So it's really like a nice thing to witness. Like it's really great.
University again.
Yeah.
Are the admissions criteria the same for all universities in Montenegro?
They're not all the same for all universities in Montenegro. They are, however, same for all the for all the study programs at UDG. So some universities in Montenegro and certain faculties do require like an admission exam or have different criteria. But here at UDG, students enroll based on their grades and success from their previous education level, which is the high school level of education. So that is the only criteria here with us. And for other universities, I know that some of them do have like admission exams that you need to pass that consist of, I don't know, for example, for biochemistry, you need to pass biology and chemistry and maths and stuff like that. So, yeah,
What sets you apart from other universities in Montenegro?
that's my favorite question. So, as somebody who finished both my bachelor's and master's studies here, and I'm currently working at the university, I can really say that you have a sense of like fellowship and community that you don't really find everywhere. Like no matter if you're like a first year, like a freshman, or you've been working here for like 10 plus years, it really has a sense of like community. We're all in this together. So everybody's here for each other. We do really encourage students to be creative, to be open, to be honest, to chase their dreams, to not only, because university shouldn't only be about studying. It should be about building a network. It should be about connecting with people, with gaining experience outside of the classroom. So it's really something that sets us apart, not only here in Montenegro, but I'm thinking like even regionally. So yeah, we're a special bunch here.
Oh, that's all. Thank you very much for
Lovely.
your answers to my questions and your time.
Great.
Take care. Ciao.
Take care. Bye. Ciao.
Umarım video hoşunuza gitmiştir. Eğer videoyu beğendiyseniz like atmayı unutmayın. Aynı zamanda kanalıma abone olursanız çok sevinirim. Bir sonraki videoda diğer eğitim sistemleriyle ilgili ya da Montenegro'daki diğer merak ettiğiniz konularla ilgili yine karşınızda olmaya çalışacağım. Kendinize iyi bakın. Bir sonraki videoda görüşürüz. Bay bay.